Hello, this is James Delk. Happy International Men's Month. This is James. I've been busy for a week. I haven't gotten on here for a while. And I'm broke now because I'm been used again. Well, anyway, I just come to tell you God has sent for you an instructor here. He has. And I instructing Assyrians to correct certain types of population, both types. The ones, the Rothschilds is that nationality, and the one their cousins, the feminists that are in our police stations and other things associated with the law. In the IBF. But I ain't gonna tell you that part. MAGTOW community. But I'm telling you this, James Delk here, the instructor that God Almighty in heaven has sent here to instruct you on. One thing to do is to build all male police academies for teens, teen boys, and all male police academies. And all the males during the police departments that wanted to stay all female, you could come along. Because females are hard to get along with these days, including the ones that work with you. You act like they get along with you, but really they don't. They do false allegations like sexual harassment and that too. Well, anyway, and then another thing I'm going to tell you to do is build homeless shelters for men, because women like to get them homeless from unfair divorce courts and divorce abuse, taking the kids away from the men and that. Yes, men cheat and women have a right to take the kids away from the men then. But mostly over the 30 years it was mostly females that did it. Field faction males have cheated on their women. Field faction males have done domestic violence on a woman. Thanks to modern cell phone technology that records that, it's not the case. In most cases, it's a female and a man. In most cases, when a man videotapes and a woman says, "Oh, he's beat me up," it's not the case, because he's videotaping it. But the police and policewomen mostly still say domestic violence is majority, that male do it. Not the case at all. It's just that they want you to stay asleep, want you to be indoctrinated in it, because they're cucks and simps and they want feminists in there. And another thing I'm going to have built is domestic violence shelters for men. Yes, that too. With your Revolut card and your stimulus checks, you can do that. Because the stimulus checks comes every month anyway. And another thing you could build is all boys gyms on this International Men's History Month and all that stuff. Do you know female cops, when they die, like the Katie Fine thing, they could put properties on the ladies' cars and raise their flags half-staff, but if it's a male, they don't do nothing to their cars, and they don't raise the flag half-staff. And another thing is they're going to etch her name on the memorial, on the monument, with the foreign old-timing officers from the old times before the women got in there. And the other one with the Romans thing, well, I don't believe in the Bible that much anymore, because it's unfair and quote unquote, God's unfair. They're gonna chisel her name on there. I mean, that should be condemned and broken down, man. I mean, I'm telling you. The unfair stuff goes on like that, including unfair of searching men's pockets. The woman does it. I mean, that stuff that's gonna be, that should be dismantled. I'm telling you. I think guys should have credit too for doing that. And have their names on there. That's why I don't believe in God anymore and stuff, man. That's why I'm not born again anymore like I was 5 years ago. I mean, I don't believe in that anymore. I believe God's unfair. But, you know, God stands for government of destruction and destiny anyway. Because if we see things that are unfair, we have to be stifled about it. But if they do same things and get away with it, I mean, it's okay if they do it. It's the same with the Rothschild's nationality. They get away with it, it's okay. We do the same. Oh no, it's not. Well, anyway, I'm just saying, this is James Delk. Build all those, and if you ever see a woman cop buying land on a forest which was gonna be ours, they're not gonna divide it with us. Condemn it. If you see it being built there, condemn it. Also, because they don't deserve it. Also, we're gonna build all male universities, yes. Little boy gyms for little boys, yes. Make them bodybuilders early to make a new prototype of alpha male, yes. And also little boy gyms, let's see. High schools for boy cop teams, like they do for girls, which looks like a high school, but it's for learning. I mean, for being a cop when you're like 15, and that they do it to girls. Why can't they do it to us? We're gonna do it. So that's my instructions. Start building that MagTalk community. Start building those. These women are getting worse and worse and worse. They are evil, they are mean, they are dangerous, and they are everywhere with their cousins. Their nationality cousins. So, certain nationality. I'm not talking red or white or nothing. I'm talking about the others. Well, anyway, this is James. I just come to say Happy International Men's History Month. And I told you to instruct. Start building them anytime soon. And start buying land and marry a severely retarded girl. Or Down syndrome if you want any breeding of a prototype alpha man to have his bodybuilders with, and have your female kids tell them they should have their lifestyles at home to obey their husbands. That's all I suggest, man. I mean, population can't thrive. If you want to marry a girl, fine, but marry a retarded girl. The 1950 song by Jimmy Soul says, in my personal point of view, get an ugly girl to marry you. To me, it means retarded girl. To you, it should mean the same thing. So, MagTown community, do that. If you want to breed an alpha male, do that. Retarded girls don't even know what feminism means. Oh yeah, mildly ones like me do. Don't marry those. Don't even marry a deaf girl. Don't even marry a mildly Asperger's girl. Don't even marry a mildly autistic girl. They're all like that. Marry a severe one. Eva Braun was a severely retarded. She didn't look it, she didn't talk it, but she was. She listened to everything Hitler said. I mean, marry a severe retarded girl if you want a girl. Now, if you want to you do things with her, look at a pretty girl magazine while you're doing it. The only way to have kids. Well, do that. This is James Doe. Oh yeah. Another thing I'm instructing you on is build suicide prevention lines for men that are having trouble with the girls. Trouble with the girls. And they're single with them. Yeah, build those too. Suicide prevention for males. Build that too. Yes. On International Men's History Month that fell on April the 18th, a heroic birthday. Yes, heroic special event, April 18th. A special month. Oh yes, and date. Yes, build a prevention suicide thing and build a little brothers of the poor like thing for the little poor boys. And get homeless men jobs and etc. Give homeless men jobs and etc. Build your own businesses. You can even replicate an old Volkswagen, replicate an old Crown Victoria from the 90s and 2000s, Chevy Caprices from the early 80s, late 70s, etc. Build those. And then we could reclaim our thrones from the woman and make it male-dominated jobs again on the same jobs that were taken over by the woman. You know, here in Charlotte,